Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're on the third faction focus. We're going to be doing all the Xenos ones. I did the Imperium one and the Chaos one in earlier videos. I'll have a link at the end screen for you guys to check out. Like I said, this one's going to be all Xenos focus, so let's get into it.
All those that oppose the Eldar shall fear my wrath.
The Eldari, known as the Eldar, are the ancient and highly advanced race that looks very similar to humans, but entirely different in every other way. They once held the entire galaxy as their empire. They are all born with psychic powers, and even the weakest one makes the strongest human look like they have the powers of a child. Even their mode of travel is different from humans, for they do not use the warp, they use the webway, a vast network of tunnels that go in between the material realm and the warp. But with nothing to challenge their might, they got careless and accidentally birthed the fourth god of chaos, Slaanesh. This birth has caused a great warp rift in the space called the Eye of Terror. This god is constantly looking for the remainder of the Eldar, feeding on their souls so that she may grow even more powerful. Ever since the fall, the Eldar have broken up into separate factions. The Craftworld Eldar are the ones who left the core world planets before the fall. They do this on giant continent-sized spaceships. They have been living on these, traveling the cosmos ever since. The Harlequins are the fewest and most strange of all Eldar. They are warrior acrobats that use these abilities in battle, but also when visiting their cousin factions to put on plays to talk about the history of their race. They are devoted to the Eldar laughing god and leave as fast as they have entered, none truly knowing what they are doing and what they have planned. The Exodites are Eldar who left the core worlds way before the fall to go live on colony planets on the fringes of the old Eldar Empire. They are more simpler and spiritual in nature, for they have foregone their race's technology and psychic might. They would rather be left alone to work on their farms and lead a very peaceful existence. And last, there are those who are outcasts and corsairs who wander the galaxy that sometimes hire themselves out as mercenaries. They are more akin to pirates and do not conform to any of their cousin Eldar societies. They are just trying to survive in this universe. Though they might not have an empire that they once had, the Eldar are an ancient and powerful race of beings, and even though they are fractured, they will come to one another's aid in any time of need.
I am here. Where are my victims?
The Drukhari, known as the Dark Eldar, are similar to their Eldar cousins, but have a pure evil nature to them. Once the fall of their empire had happened, and their remnants had scattered, there were some pockets of Eldar that had made home in the webway. Here they were protected, since the creatures of the warp had an even harder time to break into the webway than even the material realm. The dark city of Kamara was formed and became their new home. These Eldar did not take the fall of their people seriously, still working ceaselessly for their quest and excess pleasure. Where the other Eldar have been able to deny this, and thus stop Slaanesh from slowly draining them of their souls, the Dark Eldar had not stopped, but instead became experts at taking lesser beings suffering in their stead. They have become parasitic in nature, for the suffering of others give them life, as she who thirsts in turns drains them. For a Dark Eldar who would stop these cruel acts would end up passing away and having their souls claimed by the Dark God.
The ethereal caste leads for the greater good.
The Tau are a new and upstart race of beings. It is a rapidly expanding multi-species of Xenos and humans alike that is located out on the galactic east of the galaxy. They are ran as a caste system, with the Ethereals being the ruling elite caste. They are a young race and have many similarities to humanity, which ultimately ends up in conflict. The Tau are a very intelligent species with very highly advanced armor and weapons. They always try to be peaceful, to negotiate for more planets and races to join their empire. If they do not, then they send in their warriors from the Fire Caste to make them submit instead. Though they are new to the galactic playing field, they are not to be taken lightly. The Great Devourer, the Tyranids, are a race of bug-like creatures from outside of the known galaxy. They are nothing but predators that are looking to consume all life from the galaxy and move on to the next one. They are all connected as a hive mind, which lets every being communicate and organize instantaneously. Their overall tactics are to fully overwhelm their foes with so many numbers that they cannot be stopped. The only way to truly stop them is to attack their queens, for they are the ones who created all Tyranid creatures. The problem is that they are the center of the largest and most well-defended of their fleets. They are the biggest threat to the whole galaxy. Every planet that they attack leave nothing but a barren husk in their wake, and nothing will be left in this universe if they are not stopped.
I wake from my slumber to commit unspeakable carnage.
The Necrons, a race that are older than even the Eldar. Humanoid in shape, they are completely robotic skeletal warriors who have been in stasis for millions of years. Most are soulless creatures that are ruled by the strongest of their race, that were able to keep their minds intact in their robot constructs. They have the most technological equipment and outmatch almost every intelligent species in the galaxy. They have had limbs severed, mechanical parts shattered, and almost entirely destroyed, but in time can have everything regenerated and up and running like nothing had ever happened to them. They can even phase in and out of space, almost a form of teleportation. Most of the Necrons are now awakening on their tomb worlds, buried beneath the ground and forgotten. But they now are making their name known again, and are a grave threat to the galaxy.
Right, beardlings, prepare to earn your whiskers!
The Leagues of Votan, who refer to themselves as the Kin, are a group of abhumans known as squats by the Imperians since they are a lot shorter than the standard Imperial citizen. The Kin are a race who have highly advanced technology and live in the resource-rich worlds of the galactic core. They have artificial intelligent robots that work alongside them that are called the Iron Kin and treated as equals in their society. They are a group of nation-states that work together, which is where they get their name from. They are ultimately led by an artificial intelligent machine that is called the Ancestor Core, and is treated akin to a god. They are thought to have been all consumed by the Tyranids, but have just now started showing back up in the galaxy.
Orcs is the biggest and the strongest.
The Orcs are a brutal, war-frenzied race of humanoid green-skinned species who are actually a type of fungus-like creature. They are savage, violent, and crude, even though they are one of the most successful species in the whole galaxy. They are only looking for the next fight, most living only for a short time because of their violent nature. It is always a threat when orcs gather. The more that get drawn together end up getting more powerful and intelligent as their numbers grow. The only rulers that they have are the biggest and the strongest, who are always being challenged, sometimes overthrown by another who has become bigger and stronger than them. If not for their constant thirst for battle and infighting, they would most likely rule the whole galaxy. But because of unquenchable thirst, they end up fighting themselves as much as the rest of the galaxy. And that'll do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you haven't yet. Here's the link to the other two videos that I was talking about earlier. Also, let me know which race is your favorite and why. I'm really curious to see what people have to say about all that. Until next time, guys, take care.